This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we're here to bring you news about gaming and random things we care about.
Mm-hmm.
So our first topic is the Game of Thrones finale, because we're a family-friendly podcast, don't you know?
Mm-hmm. And game is in the title, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that might have been the most family-friendly episode ever.
Mm-hmm.
I would have rated that as T for teen or better.
Yeah, there was only one death. That was good.
Was that the only one?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's the kills in the beginning of the episode.
Oh, I forgot about the Lannisters. They don't count.
The executions of the King's Landing folk.
Yeah, the Lannisters, and they're slicing their throats.
That wasn't just Lannisters. That was anybody that pledged to Cersei. Actually, going back to what we said earlier, the Starks rule the world.
Yes, they do.
That's pretty much the end of the show. After Ned Stark got beheaded by a Lannister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Baratheon, Joffrey Baratheon, because they didn't know he was Lannister.
Mm-hmm.
Although the reveal I was waiting for, and I swear to God, I thought this was going to happen, was after Bran made Tyrion the hand, that Bran was going to say, hey, by the way, actually, your dad was Rhaegar Targaryen.
Yep.
That didn't happen.
Mm-mm.
That's what I was waiting for.
There are some theories in the books that Tyrion is actually the son of the Mad King. So he was a known philanthropist, so he would go around and, or philanderer, rather, he would go around and...
Philanthropist, I bestow upon you.
Yeah.
My seed.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mixed it up. I meant Aegon, right?
Okay.
Aegon. Yeah. Because he had forced relations with the wife of Tywin Lannister.
Oh, it's Aerys is the Mad King's name.
Aerys? Oh, not Aegon.
Yeah.
Aegon's different. Jon Snow.
Yeah, which is stupid. He should have been named Jaehaerys, which I don't know if I need to get too far into the book lore, but...
I don't even know what Jaehaerys.
Jaehaerys is another Targaryen, but he was like his title was the Conciliator. Essentially, it's exactly the same character as Jon. Like, he went around and like went out of his way to make peace with people, and it's like what Jon Snow does. So, like, why would you be named after the Conqueror? That's not what Jon Snow is.
So I think one of the spin-offs of Game of Thrones should just be like a Bear Grylls style of show where Arya is exploring the West.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And then also the adventures of Tormund and Jon in the North.
Yes. Where Jon can find his next egret.
Yes. Find out she didn't really die. She was just faking it the whole time.
Or maybe he finds a giant woman.
Still taller.
And he's still sad about Brienne.
Mm-hmm.
Just to continue the theory that Craig had, is it's just a meta of disappointment.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's what they're going for, it worked.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly disappointed. I think like the way that like where the characters ended up was okay, I think. But like I said before, we lost recording. The way that they got there, the journey was just terrible.
Yeah. And Robb Stark should still be alive, so there's that.
It would have been nice if they had like some kind of moment where they remembered their lost Stark brothers and the dad and the mom, but
But who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I'm just kidding.
No, apparently that's
the remembrance was when they came back to life and almost killed everybody in the crypt.
Yeah, well, if they had shown like a part where they see like Ned Stark's tomb and like Ned Stark's hand pops out and they're like, oh my god, and like a beheaded body comes out.
Oh my god,
that would have been awesome. That would have been so cool.
Terrifying and awesome.
Yeah, and Sansa has to kill her dad again. See, I could write a better show than these people. Okay, that was such a missed opportunity.
It really was. Because that would have been Sansa overcoming her father to become the queen.
Yeah, it would have been good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could have had the spinoff, Game of the Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. And also the Night King dying like a punk. I That was dumb.
Yeah, and then everybody just falls over. I would have thought,
Yeah.
oh, there's a new Night King now.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's like any vampire movie or like the droids from Phantom Menace where they knock out the power station and they all shut down.
Maybe Bran was secretly controlling the Night King.
I would have been fine with that if they actually explained it.
And then, I don't even know. It's just kind of weird. Like Bran, maybe he controlled everything.
If they had shown that at the end, he manipulated everything to become king, that would have been amazing.
Well, he kind of did.
Well, yeah, I mean, he realized, he said that.
He knew he was going to become king.
So he let everyone die, by the way. And 1 million people in King's Landing, everyone the Night King killed, all of the wars. He knew.
He let everybody else die so he could become king.
Yeah.
Of course, he didn't want it. He didn't want it.
Yeah, okay. Didn't fight it so hard. Yeah.
No, he didn't fight it at all. He was gaming Tyrion too, which
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tyrion worked out. I mean, he became hand again.
Yeah, he was the hand for like how many kings?
3 now.
Although the best one-liner in the whole episode was, "What, am I not going to like the way you portrayed me?" Well, you're not in the book.
Yeah. That was unusual too. I don't know what to say about that.
That was kind of bizarre. I was like, what? Okay, I guess he's not.
I thought maybe he was going to order him to rewrite it or something, but
yeah, I'm not in the book.
Like, yeah, I mean, the idea, it was almost like when Sam, at the end of Lord of the Rings, you realize that Sam's a narrator and he wrote the story. So like there kind of was going that way where, oh, all of this is written down and we were reading that book. But obviously that's not true because Tyrion's not in it. Tyrion's a huge character. So what was the point of that scene? Other than the joke of, oh, you're not important because you're a midget, I guess, It's like, that was a weird way of doing that.
Yeah. No, we're not height discriminatory people, though.
No, well, that's the point. It's like,
you don't matter.
Like, one of the most important characters, and yet at the end they're just like, I'm not even gonna put you in this book. I don't know.
Whatever.
It was weird.
Sam Tarley made it though. He's probably in the book because he's a lord.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore. He's a maester. He gave it up apparently.
Yeah, I liked how they had Brienne writing down the tale of Sir Jaime.
I liked it. I wish that they had given Jaime a better end.
That was stupid. Why did he go there just to die?
He should have at least rang the bells. That would have been his big part to play. Or I still think in the books he's going to kill Cersei. I
didn't think there was a long enough time for Daenerys to go full crazy.
Oh, no. That was out of nowhere. So there people are trying to say, like, oh, well, she's burned people before. But she's always burned, like, bad people. Like, even Tyrion says that in the episode. And then suddenly she wins. Everyone's laid down their arms. The King's Landing is conquered. And then she decides to kill everybody. Like, she doesn't even fly to the Red Keep first. She just kills women and children.
Yeah. It was just way out of character, it felt like.
Yeah. And they made it seem like all of that would have been avoided. Remember, so like the night before, she's trying to get all physical.
He screwed up when he told Sansa and Arya.
But she was willing to forgive him if he said that he still loved her in a physical way.
I don't believe so. I don't think that's what they're saying at all.
No, that's what it definitely made it seem like. And then he like recoils and she says, well, fine, I'm going to rule from fear then. And then the next scene is her burning the city. So, yeah, go back and rewatch it, man. That's exactly how it goes down. I'm just saying.
I believe you that the progression of the scenes happened that way, but
he could have saved everybody.
Okay, so on to, since we spent even more time talking about Game of Thrones the second time,
yep,
I'm going to keep Persona Q brief.
Okay.
Atlas is releasing Persona Q2 next month. And in Persona Q1, they did English dub on all of the voice acting. And Persona Q2, they're just doing English subtitles and no English dub. So if you're expecting to hear all of the voices of familiar characters, nope, not there. And I think it's a huge disservice to the fans. I think any company bringing their stuff over here, unless they're not a big company, but Atlas is a big company. They should give the English voice acting to the game. It doesn't make sense to not do that. It's a huge disservice to the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're trying to cut down on costs and cut their losses, but
also true fans know Japanese, so
true fans got Revelations Persona in the 90s and heard the horrible translation that they had to dig through. The Americanized version.
Mm-hmm.
Mark dance crazy. You don't know the joke.
No, I don't, but you talked enough about it that I feel like I need to look this up.
Due to a translation error, there was supposed to be there's interactions with the demons in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's supposed to be a line where Mark does something, but for some reason the English translation from whatever the Japanese I gotta look this up later so I can text you it, but somehow they got the line Mark danced crazy, and that's how he attacked the demons. So I'm not sure how they got there, but after that they left that line in for the updated version of the game. It resonated with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me laugh every time I see it. Mark danced crazy.
It's a weird line.
It is. It's funny though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I imagine the translation for Persona Q2 is far better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And it includes the female protagonist that was absent from every game since Persona 3 Portable, which is a big deal to the fan base that you know nothing about.
No. It's always good that it is a playable character.
So the original Persona 3 only had a male protagonist, and then the re-release only had a male protagonist, and then the portable version they added a female protagonist, and there's a lot of arguments between the fan base as to what in the heck Atlas put her in there for, because then they left her absent from every other game after that she could have been in. So in Persona Q2 they actually canonically explain where she came from. I read through the entire Japanese summary, and essentially she's alternate reality version of the Persona 3 protagonist.
Okay.
And that is now the true canon. So
I know. I'm all for when you have, multiple characters that you can play as, in all honesty. I like having some, freedom to pick my character.
The Persona universe doesn't have that option.
Yeah, well, apparently, I guess in this next game, a little bit.
You
said that they're bringing back the female character, so they're going to have two.
No.
Or did I misunderstand that?
So Persona Q is essentially a rehash of Etrian Odyssey, where you have several party members traveling in a labyrinth in a dungeon, exploring space by space as you get through the imagine there's a big grid, you're going space by space, running into monsters in different parts of the dungeon. And in this case, because they're hashing in Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, and then the alternate Persona 3. Mm-hmm. There's actually 4 protagonists at all concurrently in the game, and you could have all of the protagonists in your party. So you could have all of the characters, main characters from each game in the same game playing at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that. Anyways, I'm done with Persona Q2. All I wanted to talk about was the disservice they did to the fans by not including an English dub.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what the third topic was, Will?
Oh, did you want to cover the new E3 news?
Oh, okay. You go ahead and break the news. You'll be happier.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what that Fable thing said, but I can talk about the Halo news for the E3. Apparently, there's going to be a huge information dump, and they're going to, and they're going to talk about, if this leak is right, basically Halo's coming to Xbox One, whatever the next Xbox is, and PC in 2020, fall 2020. And they're going to essentially, actually reveal some information about the game at E3, a lot of it. So it's going to be a big portion of E3 is going to be dedicated to Halo Infinite. However, the link that you showed said something about Fable.
There was a potential rumor on Game Rant, the website, where they were saying that somebody is putting out information that as part of the Xbox 2, we'll call it, whatever the next Xbox is, there'll be a Fable announcement. And I know you had said before that they had a studio working on a new Fable game.
Playground
so that kind of lines up.
Yeah, it's the studio that does Forza Horizon, but they've essentially created like a second studio within, like, under Playground Games, working on RPG. So that's definitely known. Eurogamer broke it in 2017, I believe, that they were working on Fable, but that it's never been confirmed.
Now announcing it, E3 Microsoft booth, Fable Horizon.
I don't know. I'm going to pre-order that game. The thing is, I'm so against pre-orders, but I want a proper Fable so bad.
There are some games that I know if I don't pre-order them, they'll be so much more expensive later.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know about that with Fable. You play like really
not
like
Fable,
kind of
not Fable. I play niche games,
niche and kind of indie games. So
yeah,
or like not necessarily indie, like big games in other countries, but not necessarily here.
No, Persona 5 was a bestseller. It was like over 3 million sales worldwide.
I've heard it brought up several times. So like I've never heard of the Persona series until I met you, and then now I hear people talking about it all the time. I'm like, apparently I've been missing out.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, that one and Fire Emblem, I've always liked Fire Emblem, and that one was not mainstream until 2012 when Awakening came out. Yeah. Now my library of Fire Emblem games I own now is worth way more money than it should be. Just like my Persona library now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but I paid for that. Some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like just for example, I just bought a new Persona game today.
Oh, really? Which one?
I bought one of the 2 arena games I was missing, which I'm like kicking myself because I could have bought it last year for like $20. And I went online to buy it today.
How much was it, Chris?
$55.
Oh my gosh, that's like a new game, man.
Well, I did. I bought it brand new. I got the only way to buy it really was buying the special edition that came with a. You remember those blow up balloons with the little weight in the bottom, and you could punch it?
Oh yeah.
Like a little punching bag. So it comes with one of those. So I was like, okay, I'll give that to my son.
That's so random, but okay.
And then the Persona Q game that I bought came with. I don't even like the fact that it came with it, but they're the tarot cards or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't like tarot cards. I don't have anything to do with them.
I'm gonna read your feature on those things, man.
They do it in the games. I don't really pay attention to that part. But apparently, the one I got today has the second half of the tarot cards, and the Persona Q special edition that I got had the first half. So like between the 2 games, now I have a full set. Okay.
You should try them out, man.
There you go. I'll read
see what's in the cards. Yeah.
I mean, so the only reason that they even matter to Persona is because the different monsters fall into one of the tarot cards. That's how they broke them down elementally. Like Pokemon's got like elemental physics. Mm-hmm. They just said this one is a tower and this one is the whatever. You know,
that makes sense. Like, and you're dealing with demons, so it's all part of like the same.
It made sense.
Concept. Yeah.
So that's that. Game breaking glitches.
Okay, yeah. And you're going to talk about Red Dead, yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to break this with. There's a new bug in Red Dead Online right now where people are walking through these walking trails and there's just piles of dead horses. Like, it's creepy. I looked at some of these pictures. It is flat out the most creepy thing I've seen in an online video game ever. Mm-hmm. And I played Slender Man. You're just walking past and you look over. Oh, dead horses. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, it's all part of the experience. It's really the Wild
more
West,
dead
man.
Horses.
Like, they're starving.
Just like piles. It's like worse than Daenerys rolling through the Red Keep.
It's bad.
I was like, what the heck? I thought it was like one of those like clickbaits. Like, oh, this isn't real. Some guy just lured a bunch of horses into this area and killed them all. Nope. Apparently some screwed up bug did that. Also, if you try to accept quests online right now, apparently that breaks the game. There's like all kinds of weird.
That's the whole point of the game. So
in some places you roll up and the guy's there, and in other places he's not. Apparently, it's completely broken after whatever update they just put out.
What are some other game-breaking glitches that you've encountered over the years?
So I had one on GameCube. All right, I had one on Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. I want to say I got to this one level, and somehow, through I don't know if it was a save corruption or what, but the game got me to the spot where there's like this enemy that laughs at you, just like, and it's like the game froze, and I'd reload the game, and he'd be literally right there, and just like, and it would just keep doing that over and over and over again, and I was like, that's messed up. Like I couldn't play the game; it wouldn't let me progress past that point. It was over. There's also like difficulty spikes that, like if you're not prepared, like the amount of grinding it would require, I would consider that game breaking. It's not a glitch, but it's game breaking. No, it's
just bad design.
Right. Like I've played several games that you get to a certain point, it's like, okay, my guys are under leveled. How did I get here? Being this under leveled, it just doesn't make sense. I can't think of any off the top of my head besides those two that I just talked to you about.
Okay. I know Wario Land 3 on the Game Boy Color. You remember that game?
Yeah.
So I had a glitch on that game where there's like one part where this guy like jumps up different levels and he has a hammer. And no matter if you beat him or don't beat him, I couldn't progress past that point. So like I've never beaten past that boss. I have a weird glitch in my copy.
Oh, there was a massive oversight by Nintendo on Skyward Sword.
Okay. What was that?
Apparently there's a spot where if you save there and then you do the wrong thing, you can wind up being unable to leave the area and unable to progress. And like apparently this is a big deal because they patched a Wii game over the network, which they didn't do for like any games. And before they did that, they actually would let people send in their SD cards to Nintendo, and they would go in and correct the save. I'm pretty positive on this. I remember looking it up because I was like, I don't want to end up with this glitch when I play. I want to finish the game. I think it's like right before the final boss too. It's like in a weird spot.
Yeah. Speaking of Skyward Sword, there's a rumor that they're doing an HD remake for the Switch.
That's been rumored for a while.
Yeah, I kind of hope they release Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker in a 3-pack on the Switch. Why
is that?
I don't know, because I would totally get the Switch for that. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, you don't have one either. I was thinking you don't have one either. Three Houses might convince me. It just depends on how much they like. If it's more like Shadows of Valencia or like the older GameCube games, I'm on board. If it's like Awakening and Fates,
maybe not. What about if there's badly kept secret now that they're going to release some kind of different model this year. If
the Switch Mini?
Yeah, for the Switch. Yeah. Switch Mini or something like that.
That could potentially get me to buy it. If it's like a Vita, then I'm probably on board.
Okay.
I don't need the dock at all.
I want the dock because I prefer playing on the TV, but I also like being able to play like on my phone with the Xbox now, or being able to play on the Wii U is amazing.
Zelda: Link to the Past, I had a game-breaking glitch on that too, on the Super Nintendo.
What happened?
There's a spot where if you do something out of order, you have no way to continue because you can't. There's an area that's blocked off from you, and that's where I wound up. I looked it up. There's like tons of people that said, "Oh yeah. I remembered that the second time I played through." I'm like, the second time? It's like it took me 20 hours to get here. I ain't going again.
Yeah.
So I had to delete the save and start over.
That's so freaking frustrating. So you know how like Xbox Live glitched and it gave me Battlefront 2 for free, the newer one.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. It just showed up in my inbox, like in my games, and I didn't buy it, and Claire didn't buy it, so
They take it
there.
away?
No, it's still there.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was talking about glitches. You fall through the geometry in that game all the time. So like
What?
when you're starting a game, especially this one level with Luke, you will fall through the level like every time. It's so frustrating. And then you just got to restart the game because it'll just fall for an infinite amount of time.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, like you'll fall right through the geometry and then into a white space.
Huh. That is really weird.
Taking an already crappy game and making it worse. Even when it's free.
Way to do it. That's fantastic. I can't believe you guys got it for free. You didn't tell me that.
Oh, I thought, yeah, I remember when it happened. I was like, well, okay, I'll take it. Okay.
Did you hear about Minecraft Earth?
Oh yeah, that looks sick. Oh man, I might actually jump in on this craze.
Reality Minecraft. That is cool. Oh my gosh. I can't, like, Microsoft has a win right there. That is a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw the like demo picture they had. I'm sure this is gonna drop in E3 like hardcore, but they had like the camera up and you can see in the background somebody had built this giant tower in front of like New York City or something. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cool.
Yeah, that's a win. That's so cool.
You know what they're gonna do with this is they're gonna say, okay, take pictures of stuff in the real world, and they're gonna build like a Google Earth Minecraft version. That'd be sick.
Oh man, that'd be so cool.
But they'll have like everything down to the block. New York City, people will photograph stuff, and just, everything will be down to the block. It'll be so cool.
Yeah, and like I'm totally planning on getting it. Like I'm very excited.
Isn't it free to play?
I don't know the prices. Is it out yet?
No, it's not out yet. I thought it was supposed to be free to play.
What am I doing on this podcast?
I should be earthing. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCAST.
You know what I do when I mess up like that, Will? What? I take the video and I cut out all of my mistakes in that time lapse, and I just put the part where I got it right.
Cheating. You look so perfect all the time.
I fix a lot of people's mistakes during the editing process. That's why it takes so long. Mm-hmm. All the I try to take them out. They're gone.
I don't say so, never.
That's getting cut.
Thought I was her baby.
I killed her husband. She thought I was her baby.
That was hilarious. That episode is really good. The rest of the season sucked.
One of the most ridiculous things I've heard the entire series.
Such a weird flex. He's so proud of himself.
I know. And anybody that's saying that is a punk.
I am not a punk. I'm the one saying this. We do not condone incest on this show.
That'll be the outro, Will. We do not. We do not.
I've heard it. I've heard that's a wonderful state with wonderful people.
Well, Will, you earned an entire state worth of fans that hate me now. I want to rewrite the song "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith and make it "Play With Me." And make that the intro to our. Won't you play with me?
And then you can show our wives not playing with us, which is why we're lonely doing this podcast.
Which is why Daenerys burned down the Red Keep. Because he wouldn't play with her.
Exactly. You see, I tell you. That's exactly what they're saying.
What else did we have?
I forget what was past that.
Caviar and cigarettes, Will.
Caviar and cigarettes. And catch you on the next CHRILLCAST.
I'm Chris.
Pancake and a smoke. Waffles and a cigar.
Oh my gosh. What?
Honestly, crepes sound delicious.
They do. I might make some tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
That's a wrap. All right, I think we're good.
All right, sounds good. Yep,
All right,
I'm
man.
good with
Talk to you
that.
later.
Signing off. See you later, man.
See ya. Let's get physical.
No.
And we'll stay up late, start manly stories, and in the morning I'm making waffles.